This is CBS News Bay Area with Juliette Goodrich.
All right, you heard the mayor of San Francisco saying, make it rain. Okay, we're talking about the decorations. They're up. The big tree ready to be lit. San Francisco's Union Square looks the part of a big holiday shopping destination. The question is, are shoppers going to show up, or will safety concerns keep them away? Now, this year, there is also the added pressure of APEC, which is a huge event for the city. Our Jose Martinez shows us how the city's getting ready for it all. Check him out.
I'm here in Union Square where, as you can see, the holiday season has begun, and local authorities say it is a safe place for you to come here, ice skating and shopping. But some people are still concerned about security.
Union Square is the place to be if you want to enjoy the holiday season in San Francisco.
Oh, I bought some Japanese food, some Japanese cakes, and because I never found that in Paris.
Susana Bermejo is visiting from France and is planning to hit a few more stores before heading back home. But she tells me she already had a shocking experience.
I was walking around and I'm here now because I was destroyed. In my way, I saw maybe in a mile, I saw probably 50 people.
Selling and consuming drugs at noon, she tells me, and it's that kind of experience that pushed the Union Square Alliance to work harder this year.
The police department has beefed up its deployment. You will see officers throughout the district doing community policing and supporting us. We also have security guards in the district that we employ to ensure that the district feels safe and welcoming.
Marisa Rodriguez is the CEO of the Alliance and a San Francisco native who believes Union Square is ready to welcome thousands of people for APEC and the holiday season.
We have 12,000 hotel rooms here. We have visitors. The cable car runs through Union Square. It has still been going, even if it's been a while since you've been here. I say come on down, explore, and enjoy, and remember why it's so magical here in our city.
So to have more people enjoying that magical feeling, Marisa joined Mayor Londonbreed to kick off the 2023 Safe Shopper Initiative in and around Union Square for the holiday season.
We've experienced some challenging times in San Francisco, but I don't know about you, I'm feeling so hopeful and so optimistic about the future.
An initiative that includes more police presence and street closures to enhance public safety. But even though visitors like Susana celebrate the idea, it might not be enough to change their perspective on their experience.
I love the city, but I can't pay to see that. We're coming from very far. Hotels are expensive, and then you see that.
Still, she says she'll stay here enjoying what Union Square has to offer these days until things get better.
Other than that, everything is perfect. I wouldn't dare any recommendation. I think it's great. It's great. It is a great country, and this city is beautiful and great.
Now, organized retail theft was a big concern in Union Square in years past. This year, San Francisco received more than $17 million from the state to crack down on the problem. And today, Mayor Londonbreed announced that she wants to use part of that money to install 400 automated license plate readers around the city to help catch thieves. Supervisors still need to sign off on her plan. And some streets in downtown San Francisco are now closed because of APEC, and security will only be getting tighter as we get closer to this big event this weekend.
And there will be presence all over the city. Outside of the APEC venues, all of our district stations will be covered. We'll have more deployment than necessary because everybody's working. We are also prepared for contingencies.
The leaders from 21 countries are set to attend, including President Biden and Chinese President Xi Jinping. Police are expecting protests, but they say they will not tolerate any violence. A show of city's police force today as dozens of officers chased a carjacking suspect. It was pretty wild. That is citizen app video from Ocean Avenue and Faxon down in Ingleside, but it is the chase that actually started up near the Presidio. And it's our chopper that caught up with them near the Mission. And look at this, the Mercedes G-Wagon was just crawling after a spike strip blew multiple tires. Even at one point, about 24 police vehicles were trailing. So the suspect drove into the Mission, eventually stopped the SUV, got out, there you go, and that's when he bailed. Even looked like he tried to get into another car that was going backwards before he just ran away.
The guy got out, chucked off down the street, down the alley, and then like 50 cops chased him down the street, basically. It was crazy.
Police cornered him on Enterprise Street. A swarm of officers arrested him. SFPD says he had to go to the hospital. A few officers were hurt, but they will be okay. Tonight, we continue our special week-long series, BART on the Brink. Last hour, we brought you the story of a proposed BART expansion that never happened. 5 years ago, there was a plan to expand the tracks along 580 to a new station near Livermore, but BART ultimately voted against it. Today, residents told me they still want to see some sort of public transit option, but BART may not be it. Let me ask, so the last time you rode BART?
I'd say about 1.5 years ago.
Took you a while to remember?
I would use it if I felt like it was a viable option, that it was safer.
People no longer think of BART as safe. You know, BART used to be fun, but BART is now, it's become an ordeal.
So the mayor told me an alternative link, Valley Link, is a proposed commuter link from Pleasanton BART into the Tri-Valley. They hope it is up and running by the end of 2027. So what if there was a way to create a world-class transit system that integrated different agencies into one easy-use system? That's where Ian Griffin comes in with Seamless Bay Area. I love the vision. Can it come to fruition? Thank you for joining us. Tell me about this.
Yeah, well, Seamless Bay Area, our vision is a seamlessly integrated public transit system where transit is easy and convenient to use across any part of the region. And that means that we would have coordinated schedules, fares, routes, and it would be just as convenient as driving for many types of trips.
Yeah, and we're talking about trains, buses, and ferries. So as it stands right now, you may have to take a bus from Oakland, BART into San Francisco, and another bus to another location. So how would that all change for the riding experience?
Yeah, so that is a typical trip that many people would have to take right now. They might have to go to 3 different websites to look up schedule information. The schedules themselves wouldn't be coordinated. The fares, they would have to pay a separate fare for each of those different legs. That can make it very expensive, especially if you're traveling in a group or with your family. Lots of people just wouldn't know how to even start doing that trip, and they wouldn't even try. So making transit seamless means that information would be standardized, wayfinding and signage would be easy, branding would be integrated, the schedules would be aligned, and you would only pay one fare. That would make it a much more affordable, easy choice to make if you're traveling into the city.
Yeah, I like how you're using the word easy, but tell me, is it as easy to get the legislation, to get the funding? So where are we along the track, so to speak?
Yeah, so we've had some great successes in getting elected leaders on board and excited about this vision. We were fortunate during the pandemic that transit agencies and elected leaders really came together and committed to a vision of an integrated system and advancing key parts of that, like integrated fares, integrated service. So there's a lot going on right now behind the scenes. We have a few pilots that customers can see, like 50,000 university students have access to a multi-agency pass product called the Bay Pass that's working really well and building new riders to the system. But it's going to take a few more years till we really see the benefits of this, and it's going to take some work from our legislators in Sacramento to authorize a potential ballot measure for the Bay Area and to attach that new funding with the reforms that can make coordination a requirement of funding transit in the future.
Well, I'm on board if it's easy and it's effective and it cuts down on air pollution. Ian, thank you so much for your time and look forward to talking to you down the road.
Thank you for having me.
All right, appreciate it. Stay with us through the week for our series BART on the Brink. You can find our stories on a special section of our website, KPIX.com. All right, now to other stories. We take you to Oakland. One person is dead after an early morning police shooting near City Hall. Police say a sergeant was getting ready to start his shift when someone approached his car with a gun. The police union says that person shot at the sergeant, who fired back. That person died at the scene. No one else was hurt.